Have questions about your pets? Looking for your next forever friend? We've got you covered. This is Pet Connection with Energy 95.3. Now, here's Erik Fox.
Happy Wednesday morning. What's up? It's Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. Every other Wednesday, of course, we connect up with our friends over at Kern County Animal Services to give you Pet Connection, to talk about your pets, how to take care of them. If you've got questions, you can put them in the chat. Also to find out all the great things that Kern County Animal Services are doing. And, of course, the main goal is always to meet your new forever friend. And Nick is joining us in the chair, but on the ground is Lucinda. Good morning, Nick. How are you?
I'm well. Good morning. Hope you're staying cool over there.
We are not leaving the AC here. Let's talk about Lucinda, though. How's Lucinda, and what can you tell us about her?
Yeah, so Lucinda is, she's one of my favorites. She's one of the staff favorites. She's been with us for quite some time now. But she is, come here, Mama. She is about a 2-year-old bully mix. She's not a huge dog. She's about 40 pounds, somewhere thereabouts, and she's not going to get much bigger than that. So we would consider her medium sized, but she's just such a sweet dog. I mean, you couldn't come across a sweeter girl. And the great thing is that she gets along with other dogs. I had her all out and about up front just before the show, and she just gets along with other dogs. She has a kennel mate who she gets along. She's got a couple of kennel mates who she gets along with. So she's one of those dogs that she's got so much soul. And she's just such a beautiful dog, and she's so sweet, and she's just going to get along with you if you have another dog too, which is a pretty good match. So we're really praying for a really good home for her because she's so sweet.
I think we want to bring that up again. It's like one of the really amazing things of working with a pet from the Kern County Animal Services, along with the other shelters, is that you guys get time to actually find out how the animal is with other dogs. You guys have the Streets of Bakersfield program that we'll talk about. You have a lot of different ways to find out the temperament of the animals in which you have in your care.
Yeah, I mean, our goal is not to keep animals for very long. We want to try to get them in and get them out as quickly as possible. The shelter environment is a very stressful environment for a dog, for any animal, and they can be exposed to illnesses real quick. So the longer they stay, the more at risk they are. So we always want to get them out as soon as possible. But when we have a dog that's just exceptionally sweet, like Lucinda is, we kind of get to know a little bit about them. And so while she's been with us, this is what you see. What you see right now, she's just very calm, very sedate for a 2-year-old dog. She's very relaxed. She can get a little energetic at times. But like I said, the greatest thing is that she gets along with other dogs. And she's one of those dogs that's going to be a calming influence on another dog. She's not an instigator, not high energy. She's more relaxed, which if you have a very energetic dog, sometimes is a good pairing. So we do know a little bit about her, and we just know that she's going to be good just in about any family.
Lucinda is our guest today. Got the information on the screen, 8118-3612. 2-year-old female, and just you can see right there. You guys can just chill out on the couch as we escape the heat outside, and she's going to give you a lot of love. And I think that's so amazing that, if you have another dog and you're looking at adding more love to your home, she would be the perfect addition.
Yeah, her adoption fees are waived. But that's the real good thing. And she's just one of those dogs who's not, at least from what we've seen, not highly excitable too. So she's probably going to be easy to maintain once she gets to your house. She's low maintenance. She's not easily excitable. And she, like I said, she gets along with other dogs, which is a huge benefit. And she's adorable.
Of course she is. Of course she is. And look at that. Look at what she's doing right there on Nick's lap. That could be your lap. You can have all that love ready to, binge watch whatever show you haven't gotten to yet. And Lucinda's going to be like, all right, we can chill together. Let's talk about her fees are waived, but we do have an actual special going on this week with you guys, right?
Yeah, so her fees are waived just like all dogs that have been with us for over 30 days. Their fee waived adoptions. But right now, all dogs in the shelter that haven't been with us for 30 days are just $20. And that includes the license, the vaccinations, deworming, a microchip, and a spay and neuter surgery. So it's a good deal. And that'll be running through Saturday. Anybody interested in adopting a pet, now is a really good time because we're really inundated with a lot of the community's pets. So come out and check us out.
And of course, next week you guys have something set up with Senator Fong.
Yeah, every year, Assemblyman Vince Fong.
Sorry, Assemblyman.
Assembly member Vince Fong. He supports animal welfare, supports the shelter. And every year now, for I think this is our third or fourth year we've been doing it, he comes in and he sponsors, his team sponsors the first 100 adoptions that occur at the Kern County Animal Shelter. So he's doing it again this year. It'll be next week. So that's July 27th, 28th, and 29th. That's a 3-day event. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. All of the adoptions are paid for by Assemblymember Vince Fong. And he'll be here and there sporadically to see how we're doing. So if you do adopt a dog, it's compliments of Assemblymember Vince Fong next week.
And let's talk about something in which we really need to be thinking about. You know, we kind of been blessed this year where summer took its sweet time getting here, but once summer got here, it's been here. And it's something to which to really think about our pets when it comes to the heat.
Yeah, I mean, just to tell you, like at the shelter, I mean, it's something that we have to consider. You know, if we're going to take dogs out and we're going to put them into play groups or we're going to get them some exercise, it has to be early in the morning. You know, there's just no other way about it. It's too hot to get your dogs super active. So we practice it here at shelter if we're walking a dog from the kennel to the play area or to take them on Energy 95. Got to make sure the pavement's not too hot for their pads. And we have to be very aware of their behavior. You know, if they're behaving like they're overheated, we've got to get them out of the elements. You know, so the things that we practice here are the things that you should practice at home with your pets. You know, be aware of their normal behavior so that when they're expressing abnormal behavior, you can determine whether it's a result of the heat or the elements otherwise, and get them out of the elements. You know, we try to make it easy. If the temperature or the conditions are such that you wouldn't want your child or somebody who might be susceptible, like our elderly relatives, if the temperature or the extremes aren't such that you would trust your kids or the elderly in them, it's not good for your pets. You know, dogs are susceptible to the heat because they can't sweat like you and I can. They can't. Their bodies can't maintain a comfortable body temperature like you and I can. Dogs sweat very little. They sweat through their pads on their feet, and so because of that, they can't regulate their body temperature as well as humans can. And when that temperature gets hot and they get overheated, they start panting very heavily.
Yep.
And start salivating very heavily because they're trying to expel some of the body heat that their body is expressing. So got to keep in mind your dog's normal behavior, and when you see them behaving abnormally, it could be a result of the heat. Got to get them out.
The other thing, at least what I do, is always make sure you have plenty of water, obviously, for them, but also make sure it's cool water to like really take care of that body temperature too. Because like you said, they don't sweat like us. They have that, their body temperatures are controlled completely different ways. So definitely great things to keep in mind.
Yeah, you know, we see heat illness and heat stroke in dogs. You know, some of the ways that you can tell, again, knowing your pet's behavior, if they're excessively panting, if they're excessively salivating, if they're gasping for air, if they're becoming lethargic or immobile, you know, those are all signs that that the heat is starting to have an effect on your pet. If their body heat rises too quickly, too much, and they can't cool their body down, they start to have organ damage, organ failure. So it's important that we get them out of those elements real quick. I've had a lot of people that have said, "Oh, well, if my dog gets overheated, we're going to give them an ice bath." That is not a good idea either. It's a very difficult thing when your pet overheats. You want a controlled return to a normal body temperature. You don't want to put them in ice. It could put them into shock. So we want to use cool water, like maybe water from a hose, water from the faucet, something that's cool, and keep them wet, keep them cool, especially on their tummy, on their armpits. to bring their body temperature down at a normal, safe pace.
Always great advice. And you know what? Just if you don't want to be in that environment, your pet doesn't want to either. So make sure you take care of them. Lucinda is our guest once again on Nick's lap. Been a good lap dog the whole time that we've been live here. A118-3612, 2-year-old female. And if someone wants to come down and meet Lucinda or any other guests in your care, what do they need to do?
They're going to come down to the Kern County Animal Shelter. We're over here on Fruitvale Avenue, just north of Rosedale Highway. We're open today from 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. Every other day of the week, except for Sundays, we're open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we're just inundated with dogs right now. So if you've been in the market to invite a new family member, furry, 4-legged family member, now's the time to do it. Come check us out. Tell us what your lifestyle is, what kind of dog you're looking for, and we'll try to make you a match with something in the shelter that really needs your love.
Always appreciate that. Nick from Kern County Animal Services and Lucinda, our guest today, A118-3612, or just go there and say, hey, I want to meet Lucinda, and you'll be able to meet Lucinda. And she is probably one of the most chill guests we've had in the entire time we've been doing these broadcasts. So love that. And of course, I always say, if the dog can fit on your lap, they're a lap dog. So Lucinda's proven it right there with Nick. She's a perfect lap dog for you. Nick, I always appreciate the time, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Eric, and thank you for all the support.
Of course. And we'll catch you next time with another edition of your Energy 95.3 Pet Connection.